Hi guys, so all I'm going to help you do is walk through these steps to solve a question where elimination doesn't look as easy.
Follow along with the steps. Make sure you write down the example as I do it, and come back to this video as often as you need it.
Okay, so take a look. Notice in my question, if x minus 5y equals negative 42, and negative 4x minus 3y equals negative 39. So you'll probably notice when you look at this question something a little different. If I were to add down right now, nothing eliminates. None of the variables will go away. So in this question, our main goal is to get the coefficients of the variable to be the same. Well, really they have to be the opposite. So I'm going to use multiplication in order to do that. So if I take a look at the question, I look at the first equation, and I already have a positive x. Take a look at the second equation, I have a negative 4x. So right now those are already I already have one negative and one positive. So I'm going to work with the x's since I think those would be the easiest to eliminate. So I have to think to myself, what do I have to do to the x in order to make it the opposite of negative 4x? I have to multiply x by 4. So take a look at your next step. So we already did step 2. Now we need to multiply every part of the equation by multiplying it by 4. So I'm going to put it all around parentheses. I'm going to put a big 4 in front. I'm going to write it off to the side. Sorry, that's Aiden getting a big drink of water in the background that you hear. Alright, so I have to distribute this 4 to everything inside. Okay, so 4 times x gives me 4x. 4 times negative 5y gives me negative 20y. And 4 times negative 42 will give us a negative 168. Now I'm going to bring down the other equation, and I'm going to line everything up right underneath it. So I have negative 4x minus 3y equals negative 39. Now is when you need to stop and look and think. Right now, if I were to put a big addition sign in front, would my x's cancel? They would. So I know I properly set up the question. So I'm going to go through and solve. X's would cancel. I'm left. So right now, I have negative 20y plus negative 3y, which would give us negative 23y equals negative 168 plus negative 39. And that should give us negative 207. Right now, the negative 23 and the y are attached with multiplication. I need to undo it by division. So I'm going to divide each side by negative 23. And then my negative 23s would cancel. I'm left with y equals, I have negative 207 divided by negative 223. That gives us negative divided by negative, gives us a positive. Y is positive 9. So now what I'm going to have you do on your own, go through, substitute in your y is 9 into one of your original equations, meaning you're going to have to use either this one or this one. Don't use the one that we created, so this one is a no. Go ahead and solve for x. When you solved for x, raise your hand and I'll come over and check it.